Ukraine forced to fight against North Korea in Europe, Zelensky says.
This post received a score of 9,200, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It's sad how easily evil and dictators take over the world.
It's sad that we let them. EU and US should make a big fucking stance here to send a message.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but we're fighting pretty darn hard to keep our own democracy back home. It's tempting to call democracy a lost cause by now.
I'd argue that it stems from the fact that we were sleeping at the wheel while the dictatorships of the world started seeping into Western media and social media. Or in other words, it's all the same fight.
A passive citizenry allows democracies to rot and dictatorship to take root and flourish. We allow tyrants to take power through our silence and political inaction.
NATO must send more of the advanced missile systems, along with tanks in support of Ukraine. Now that North Korean troops are joining Russia on the front line.
Why not troops and finish the whole thing?
Greater than why not troops and finish the whole thing. NATO, likely, has an obligation to rebuild. It's one thing to send enough support, troops, arms, to topple a government, it's entirely another to shore up another one.
Let's be honest, they don't need to set a single foot on the ground. They could end the war tomorrow by simply removing Ukraine's weapon restrictions. Moscow is 490 kilometers away, well within almost all missile ranges. You think Russians will support Putin when the rich oligarchs start getting their buildings knocked down and Moscow has to be evacuated?
Greater than you think Russians will support Putin when the rich oligarchs start getting their buildings knocked down and Moscow has to be evacuated. Agree and disagree. Hitting soft targets, civilians, isn't going to go over well with a lot of countries. Hitting civilian infrastructure, that's a bit more nuanced, and would have a dramatic effect with Moscow's pressure on Putin. It's going to take oligarchs plus Moscow plus Kremlin to remove Putin, there is no other way.
War never feels real to people till they are personally affected. There are plenty of hard targets like government buildings, factories, train stations etc. in a city.
It's been proven many times over that being bombed does not negatively affect civilian morale and, in fact, hardens the otherwise disinterested populace in favor of war and retaliation. The Blitz, strategic bombing of Germany, particularly Dresden, Vietnam, Laos, Japan, pre-atom bomb, Japanese bombing of China, Spanish Civil War, Pearl Harbor, etc. all involved military and civilian targets that tried to destroy morale and willingness to go to war, and none of them worked.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.